الأخوة المواطنون، الأبناء شباب مصر وشاباتها، أتوجه بحديث اليوم لشباب مصر بميدان التحرير وعلى اتساع أرضها. حافظت على السلام، عملت من أجل أمن مصر واستقرارها، اجتهدت من أجل نهضتها ومن أجل أبنائها، لم أسعى يوما لسلطة أو شعبية زائفة. أثق أن الأغلبية الكاسحة من أبناء الشعب يعرفون من هو حسني مبارك.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أيها المواطنون، في هذه الظروف العصيبة التي تمر بها البلاد، قرر الرئيس محمد حسني مبارك
After the revolution, when the police were off, everybody was in the streets, everybody was freestyling, concerts here and there, rock bands, hip-hop bands, by the corniche, by the tram, by the subway, with or without equipment. It was just crazy after the revolution.
وركز، ما انت بالك مأجز متدبس في عموم متلونة زي الملبس. أسس حياتك على مبادئ، خلي بالك في ناس كتير ندمت لبست سوابق وانت الصادق. قالت كتير الأيام دي مش قادر أخبي مشاعري للبلد دي والناس دي، ما بحبش أجيب في سيرتهم، نستر عليهم قبل ما يتخرب بيتهم. ما هي مشكلة من المشاكل اتشكلت في دماغي، ده بيحور وده بيتكلم وشوية ده يلاغي. ظروف بتعدي مش فاهم لها أي تفسير، من تلميذ هيبقى خبير وأنا نعرف نعمل تقدير. فسر يا عم وبطع براحتك، لو شايفك بني آدم كنت وش خطبك. قالوا زمان في الأمثال اعرف صاحبك تعجبني صراحتك، هيقول لي انت هتنساني جيت في يوم أصلح. مشينا ركبنا عنينا سكتنا، ألف ليلة عدت ونسيتها عنينا خدتنا. ما احنا كده نتحسر على اللي فات ونقول يا ريتنا.
هي لسه فينا ايه اللي حاصل؟ امتى الشباب هتبطل واقفة على النواصي بدون واصي؟ صياح من اسفلت قاسي لازم نواصل، لو افكارنا بتتحاصر حتى لو حطوا منا اكبر جدار فاصل. يا ريت نتقدم ومن اخطائنا نتعلم، ونسمع كذا مرة عشان نعرف نتكلم.
مشينا ركبنا عنينا سكتنا، ألف ليلة عدت ونسيتها عنينا خدتنا. ما احنا كده نتحسر على اللي فات ونقول يا ريتنا.
اسمي إبراهيم فاروق، عندي 29 سنة، من القاهرة. اتولدت في الزقازيق بس عشت طول حياتي في القاهرة. بغني راب في فريق أسفلت. So I started rapping basically in 1999 or the beginning of 2000. I was no member in any group. I was just rapping solo just for fun. But you know, the root of this was when I started listening to rap in the beginning of the 90s, so like 91, 92, and 93. And I liked it so much, and then I started to practice it a little bit, or maybe just write and not practice. But at the end of 1999, I started writing.
1998 is when I started here. It was like a hobby thing, nothing serious. I started going on stage, doing talent shows with my friends, just rapping songs that we love, nothing our writing.
ابتديت الراب سنة 98، بس كنت بحفظ تراكس بتاعت ناس، مثلا احفظ تراك بتاع توباك مثلا واطلع مثلا في كلاب مثلا ولا بتاع بقى راب بقى وكده، وطفل صغير وكده. ابتديت اسمع هيب هوب، ابتديت اسمع يعني راب 93 سنة 93.
بدأته كفكرة، يعني إن أنا أسمع واهتم، كنت بسمع حاجات بسيطة. بعد كده بقى يعني في ثانوي، المرحلة اللي بعد كده في الدراسة، ابتديت إن أنا أكتب بنفسي.
بس أول حاجة بدأت فيها أنا يعني حبيبي ميوزك وكده، أول حاجة فكرت فيها طبعا كتبت أغنية صاحبتي، ده أول حاجة عملتها. فالبداية بدأت من هنا بقى. بعدين اكتشفت ان انا ممكن اكتب عن اي حاجه، ممكن اكتب عن نفسي، ممكن اكتب عن جزمتي، ممكن عن اي حاجه، اي حاجه عايز اكتب عنها بكتب عنها.
My name is Karim Adil Ali, and my stage name is Rush, aka Saifullah, from Arabian Nights, the Egyptian rap group. I've known about hip hop since I was in Oman. I've been introduced to it. There's a lot of Black Americans in my community as well, and I got introduced to the culture itself. Let's put it that way, the elements of breakdancing and DJing were in Egypt before the element of MCing. Like it was in America. These two came first because they were the more common forms of expression. They didn't need a language or an understanding of how to write lyrics to be able to do it.
In the 1970s, New York graffiti, rapping, and breaking became the prime expressions of a new young people subculture called hip-hop. Graffiti is the written word, there's the spoken word of rap music, and then there's the acrobatic body language of dances like breaking.
Wait a minute.
Before we get started,
we turn back the clock. This recording
was intended as a tribute to the early pioneer days of
music.
We're proud to have been able to bring this milestone in scientific achievement directly to you live, as it happened.
Range 1700. Range 1800. Range 1900.
Power control for DC remote. All the tracking stations are ready.
And until now, the DJ culture is so spread out to the areas of Egypt that don't know about hip-hop, because it's very simply, he's a DJ. You can't really throw a party without him anymore. It's the 2011. There's no such thing as a party without a DJ anymore.
Islam Ahmed, aka DJ Fat Sam. I'm 23. مصر. Cairo. That's it. مفيش أي كلمة تانية أقولها. I started DJing من 2004 officially، يعني أول event أنزل فيه officially حاجة أنزل فيها قدام ناس كانت 2004. بس انا بحاول ادخل الكالتشر بتاعتنا كعرب او كمصريين، احاول ادخلها جوه المزيكا بتاعتنا اللي هي الهيب هوب. او لما اجيب مثلا قانون اسامبل حاجه زي فيروز، اسامبل حاجه لعبد الحليم، ممكن اللي هو تخش جوه الكالتشر بتاعتنا احنا ونجيب الحاجات الاولدز بتاعتنا احنا، بدل ما اروح مثلا للجاز او اروح لحاجه، لا انا اروح للحته بتاعتي انا، الاولدز بتوعنا، عشان حتى الشارع المصري يتقبلها. يعني انت لما واحد كبير يسمع فيروز هو اوريدي عارف فيروز، فانت لما تسامبلها له في حاجه هتبقى حلوه على ودنه، خفيفه.
My name is Rami Yakut, DJ Rami, aka Dram J. I'm 34 years old. I'm born in Kuwait and then raised in, like, I've been traveling around so many countries and then came back to Egypt. I would say, like, starting maybe 1991, I started like really recognizing like the hip hop music. At the beginning I started with like Michael Jackson and stuff like that. So like some of like Run DMC and Public Enemy, and then like my focus completely turned towards like hip hop music. Because I still remember, like in the age of maybe 16 and 17, my interest was like when I go to the club, not to go to dance. Like I started going to clubs when I was like 14. My interest like right away went like gone to the DJ. I used to go just watch the DJ, what this guy's doing. Like, yeah, I want to do the same thing.
Hip hop is just not all about the music. I can see here in Egypt this. One of the reasons I'm saying hip hop is moving real quick is I've been seeing a lot of graffitis, which has never happened in the history of Egypt. Graffitis. I was amazed, and you can see graffitis in Arabic, which looks amazing with the tashkil.
I grew up here in Egypt. I was born in London, but I grew up here mostly, and graduated from the AC Arts Department. When the revolution started, we were pretty much in the square. I wasn't doing anything else. I just went to the square and witnessed what was happening. And right after Mubarak stepped down, the day after, people started, going to the square and cleaning it up completely. And stuff, there was already a lot of graffiti that was on the walls. Not necessarily professional graffiti, but like writings about, the fall of the regime and Mubarak leave and stuff like this. And these people started erasing that stuff from the walls. And everyone started complaining, like, why are they erasing this? This is history. So stuff like that. And the first thing I did was go online and look for anyone who's documenting that kind of thing. And I found nothing. Like, I found very few pictures alongside other revolutionary pictures, but nothing dedicated solely to documenting what has been happening on the walls. So I took it on. I just very quickly did a page on Facebook, started searching for any images I find online and dumping them all on that page, and also going down with my camera to see any residues of the stuff that was done during the 18 days. And it became an ongoing project because stuff got erased, other stuff was added, and so on. I thought this had to be documented because graffiti doesn't stay on the walls.
You sleep at night, you wake up in the morning, wow, it's a piece of art, like, yeah, it's happening. On dancing as well. Dancing is very, very much like gaining a lot of attention in the past 2 years, and it's going on. Like maybe you heard about it like a couple of weeks ago. There was like a break dance like a competition. Was it at the Opera House? I need to think like, oh, like a breakdancing battle in the Opera House. Like, this is, wow, it was for me like, okay, like we're changing really.
Shit, man, shit. My name is B-Boy Alex. I'm coming from Alexandria, Egypt. I'm 19 years old. I'm the winner from Red Bull Breaking competition. Okay, I started in 2006. 2006, right? I was 14 years old at the time. After 2 months, we're gonna do the second event of B-boying B-girls here. Because we're a lot now, you know? More than 400 Egypt, all of Egypt. More than 400. And we're not gonna die, we're still alive. You know, I'm gonna keep going to make it like 4,000, maybe. This is what we're looking for.
ودلوقتي بقولها عربي علشان الناس تفهمني، الكل يقرب مني، الكل يسمعني، يعرف اني بتكلم وكلامي جوه بيخرج على شكل مكان.
People use rap to deliver messages that cannot be delivered by any other kind of music. people express themselves more than any other kind of music. They talk about problems in society and community more than anything else.
The freedom of expression. It's art where you express yourself freely. You're not restricted.
Hip hop is something that you can hear and listen to the expression of the artist.
على طريق فيه احنا بدأنا وارتقينا فلما ارتقينا ابتدينا نغني ونقول الكلام والحاجات اللي بتعبر عننا عن حياتنا اللي احنا عايشينها حسنا فهمنا كل حد فينا.
لكن الناس الباقية الاندر جراوند is present يعني لغة الشارع، لغة اللي هي ما ينفعش من الاخر تطلع على الميديا لان هي الرقابة هتشيلها من الاخر. يعني ليه هتتكلم بصراحة زيادة عن اللزوم، هتتكلم طف زيادة عن اللزوم، هي مزيكا اعتراضية، فانت اوريدي الحاجة اللي هتقدمها انت خلاص بتقدم بقى شخصيتك، بتقدم فكرك، بتقدم انتقادك في المجتمع، بتقدم انتقادك في اي حاجة، فاهم؟
Hip hop is all about what you feel, what you see, and reality. It's not just all about sex, drugs, and girls, and clubs, and all that.
Dirty? Without dirty, right?
About hip hop in Egypt هو اللعبة أو the hip hop game بدأت بقالها حوالي من أول 2000 مثلا أو 2002 في مصر، هتكلم في مصر. فكان بادئها أول كلام كان خالص MTM. الناس دي دخلت وعملت أول movement للراب في مصر.
I think the first group to ever start or the first group to ever sign a contract in Egypt are MTM and stands for مزيكا تلخبط مخك or more than music, but mainly it's the same. It's the first initials of the members Mahmoud, Taki and Mikey. We can't say for sure that they are the first people who started. I'm sure there are a lot of people who started rapping before them in their house, but their experience didn't see the light and nothing really happened. But we have to say that they are the first people who started being on TV and making videos and selling records.
ابتديت اغني مثلا كان في فريق اسمه MTM في مصر هنا، كان لسه ابتدى وكده، فكانوا مسميني في المدرسة ماير MTM عشان كنت بغني نفس الطريقة بتاعتهم بس ما كانش حد فاهمها. ابتديت من هنا.
بس فسمعني ان واحد بيقول انا اسمي مايكي، شعري سبايكي، تيشيرت اي حاجه وجزمه مايكي، بقول له مين دول؟ قال لي MTM. بس فالقصه كلها بدات من عندي MTM.
Okay, MTM, their songs are amazing. Their songs are beautiful. But it's like more of a storytelling. I love their style. It's just something that you can listen to, having fun. Yeah, I think that's how it all started, and we got to know a lot of other artists. Asphalt, one of them. Arabian Nights.
It was first us and Asphalt and Y Crew and MC Amin and certain names.
كان في AK، كان في كردي، كان في MC أمين، كان في رقيب، كان في كلا، كان في ياسر عفريت الكلام، كان في أسفلت. الناس دي كلها بدأت started the underground.
We don't have multi-million budgets behind us, so we're all underground. We're all doing it independent, as you already know.
أنا مش بعمل مثلا راب عشان خاطر أبقى مشهور وأبقى المزيكا أنا بحبها وبحب أعملها. الهدف الأساسي بتاعي أنا مش أكون مشهور، يعني أكون مشهور بفكري أحسن ما أكون مشهور بشكلي. فأنا يعني مستحيل أبطل كلام، ده أول حاجة. لو المزيكا وقفت وفي كلام، يعني أنا مسلم، في مزيكا على الكلام إن هي حرام في الإسلام وكده. فلو المزيكا وقفت خلاص الكلام مش حرام، مش هبطل كلام، هفضل أكتب لحد ما ينتهي عمري يعني.
that's where it all actually started. I mean, if you want to know that graffiti started in 2007 in Cairo, Masr Gidida. A couple of people went down there and they started doing graffiti under the Marghani Bridge. There was even an event, but the thing was erased after 2 days. It was hard to do graffiti before the revolution. I mean, it wasn't easy at all. You had cops everywhere telling you what the hell are you doing and stuff, so you have to go down, you know, at night. And after you do it, they don't let it stay on because they take it on as a challenge. You're challenging the system. At this point, it's very unpredictable. Before, I think you could get in a lot of trouble, but now it just depends on the mood of the guy who stops you. You can either get military trials, which is up to 3 to 5 years now, or more, or you can just get a fine, or you can, you know, stay in jail in prison for 2 days and come out, or just nothing. Just he tells you stop doing that.
Well, after the police being off the streets, they were the ones actually stopping us from doing our hip-hop activity and everything. You know, outside you can do whatever you want. What stopped us mostly is what we were told not to do. Like, in Egypt, basically, if there is like a gathering, it is considered a crime. So if you do, like, let's say you're freestyling on the street and then people gather around you to listen, you're in trouble. So I got into trouble sometime in Alexandria.
ما كانش ينفع كده. يعني انا كنت عملت اغنيه مثلا عن الثوره، قبل الثوره كان زماني في السجن واغنيه.
خد عنك حصل وحصل اللي حصل، شابين هيب هوب فاهمين بيعبروا عن وجهة نظر، واللي خبر الناس عماله تحذر وتفازر تتحسر تتأثر تقشعر لما اشهر اشهر ايام سنين اشهر. هو ده الوقت الاعلان الحقيقه للملايين.
I tell about breakdancing here in Egypt. We're underground. We're still underground. Let's debate about the culture here or in Egypt. Muslim country, like Arab country. The people doesn't understand us.
الشعب المصري عامة بيخاف من أي حاجة مش عارفها. الحاجات الغامضة بالنسبة لنا مش بنكتشفها، بنخاف منها.
One of the known thing about Egyptians, they are very like into their roots. They're very attached to their roots.
It's really hard to find places to practice. Actually, we start from the streets. It's just some guys who wait for the company to close because they have nice floor. Wait until like 11 o'clock in the night until the company's closed, and we start. We practice at night. We go back home like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the night. We search about many places. There's no one support us, man, you know, because we're living in Egypt. And I tell you, my father asked me one day about something. Like he asked me like, why dance, boy? You leave your study, you leave everything. You don't even care about the girls. Shit, man. Why do this? I sound like, because I'm born. I love dancing. It's my soul. And if I live without dancing and without soul, this is what I have to know, you know.
لقيت الناس بتشجعني واصحابي وهنا يقول لي كويس كويس جميل حاجه جديده، بالرغم اللي كان اهلي في الوقت ده ما كانش ينفع موافقين ان انا اكون بريك دانس.
طبعا كأسرة مصرية عادية جدا اكيد بيبقى فيه ربط، اكيد يعني هو فور شور 100% ان هيبقى فيه ربط للموضوع. بس انا مش من النوع اللي بحب خلاص بقى سلم. طب ليه؟ فهمني اسبابك، او اسبابك كانت مقنعه هبطل. قعدت مع ماما اتكلمت معاها لدرجه ان انا كنت في البدايه بعمل حاجات من وراها، يعني اروح اسجل من وراها متعرفش مش عارف ايه.
هبدأ ارسل تهاني، اسجل اغاني، اسامبل اي صوت يعدي على وداني، يلقط كياني يمشي من قدامي يا حسرة، فرقت وراك وتشنتي معايا بصرة.
اللي ممكن مثلا كنت ليركس بتتكلم فيها كنتش عارف تتكلم فيها مثلا اندر جراوند، كان ممكن تبقى عامل حاجه وممكن تطلع تلفزيون مثلا ان هي توصل للناس كلها، بس كنتش تقدر توصلها او ما كانتش تقدر توصل. ليه؟ لان كان الميديا ما ينفعش ستوب، انت قايل حاجه خارجه عن الخط.
Always before the revolution, we always rapped about how we're not happy with our government, what we don't like about them. Our president is corrupt. We kind of like, encrypt that on our songs, but then it's well known when you listen to the whole sentence, the listener knows what we're talking about. Because of course, if you do some songs that you're not supposed to do and release online, you do get into trouble. There's no freedom of speech here in Egypt. You kind of love something and you want to make a living out of it, so you're trying to move it forward. But then, because the hip-hop scene is not always as good as outside, or it's not always been as good as now, which I can say now is still not the time to use it as a career, you know.
I believe that in Egypt now, you cannot depend on music or rap as long as it's not a mainstream thing.
The financial aspect is, I would say, it's very difficult for a person to live up on a DJ salary.
يعني بعمل الحاجة اللي أنا بعملها دي أنا ما بعملهاش يعني لفلوس، لأن هي اوريدي ما فلوسها تعتبر رمزية. أنا بعمل حفلات باخد منها فلوس وكل حاجة، بس أنا بحاول أخرج الفلوس دي أخرجها اللي هي أكمل بيها التالنت بتاعتي، اللي هو أجيب إكويبمنت جديدة للاستوديو، أظبط حاجات جديدة، أجيب أجهزة جديدة محتاجها.
Or like you can go to one show, or one party, you go spin, you're promised to get a certain amount of money. By the end, the guy who was the promoter of the party was like, oh man, they didn't break through. I was like, it's okay, it's fine. I mean, we're friends, so we can do it like that.
So we made 12, 15, maybe 19 concerts in less than 2 months, and we didn't take any money for them.
في ناس مثلا اخدة النوع ده من المزيكا كفترة من العمر وهتعدي. ليه؟ زي مثلا في ستايلات، ستايل ايمو، ستايل مش عارف اللي هم الناس بتوع الميتال، ستايل مش عارفة ايه ده ستايل برضه. وفي اهالي معتقدين كده، يعني ممكن يشوفوا ابنهم او بنتهم بيغنوا راب مش يشجعوهم كموهبة، عادي، ده فترة من حياته هيعدي يعني، وهيوصل لمرحلة تانية ان هو هيبقى يشتغل ويسيب من اللبس الواسع لا، انا من رأيي ان انا طالما البني ادم اللي بيبدأ في طريقه ويتراجع فيه والشخص ده مش ملتزم، انا بدأت في حاجة بحبها ليه ابطل طالما انا شايفة ان انا موهوبة فيها. الا بقى وانا كنت داخلة من البداية لاهداف شخصية بس، مش اهداف عامية اللي هو انا مش هوصل رسالة، لا انا داخلة عشان اتشهر وكناسة واقعد اعمل كده، لا هو ده الجو ده اكيد. لو الواحد اخد الراب كستايل وككوكب كل واحد عايش في كوكبه لا مش هينجح.
Still, the music business is in Cairo. One of the reasons I'm here and got me a job with Vodafone, actually Ibrahim from Asphalt helped me join Vodafone and do it here because in the music business here in Egypt, either it's up, way up, or way down, and it's mostly down over here in these times, like concerts and recording business and everything. So you need something to support, just temporary.
فاللي هو انا داخل في كذا حاجه، بس بجانب ده انا لسه بدرس لسه فربنا يكرم يعني، وغصب عني اهتميت بحاجه وخلفت حاجه تانية، بس عملت حاجه مفيده في الاخر يعني. ما نسيتش الدراسه شويه وسقطت فيها ووعدت والكلام ده، بس قشطه يعني. اخر سنه السنه دي بكالوريوس.
Graduated in 2003 and I've been working in a telecommunication company called Vodafone for like 6 years, and my last position was a trainer. So I used to train people for the customer service operation to answer phone calls for people calling from the UK.
And graduated from the AUC Arts Department. I've been working as a costume designer in the film industry.
And then I worked in a different company like 2 months ago called Echo. It's an outsourcing and a recruitment center.
وأنا طالبة في نفس الوقت يعني كنت فترة صغيرة بشتغل برضه عشان صحفية، لأن أنا أساسا بدرس إعلام، أنا مجال تخصصي إعلام.
And then I quit it because I didn't really like it. So basically now I do nothing. But I have like 7 or 6 years of experience.
Either I'm working a 9 to 5 or I'm working full time with the music.
مخلص جامعة بقى 2010 لسه جديد يعني السنة اللي فاتت، بدور على شغل مش لاقيه.
لا أنا طالب لسه ناقص لي سنتين. أنا دلوقتي في تانية كلية وناقص لي سنتين. وبرضه بدرس، ولما بخلص الشغل بروح برضه الشغل بتاعي اللي هو بريك دانس في دريم بارك وفي شوهات وكده يعني وشغلي. أنا اسمي بنوب، عندي 19 سنة، من مصر بس. حاسس اللي هو حياتي، ده حياتي بريك دانس دوت يعني حياتي يعني. بحب ألعبه في أي حتة، ممكن وأنا قاعد في المترو جوه ممكن أقوم أرقص على طول، دوت حياتي يعني.
ازاي ما اديش وملايين واقفين طوابير كل يوم مستنيين العيش معلش.
انا كنت زمان وانا صغير كنت بحب اقف على ايدي، امشي على ايدي، كنتش عارف حاجه اسمها بريك دانس. لقيت ناس في فرح كده مشغلين اجنبي وعاملين يلعبوا الحركات دي، مش فاهم ده ايه. حاولت اعملها مره 2 3 اقع، اتعور، يجيلي اصابات يعني، وفي الاخر لحد ما اتعلمتها. بعد كده عرفت البريك دانس لما انا في سن 15 سنة، عرفت البريك دانس، عرفت يعني ايه بريك دانس، عرفت يعني ايه مزيكا، عرفت يعني ايه ارقص على المزيكا كده. خطوات يعني في البريك دانس كتير كتير قوي، من اول فوق لحد تحت، لحد من اول راسي لحد رجلي. في حاجه مقطوعه في رجلي في الركبه وجعاني قوي، ومش عارف الدكتور قال لي اعمل عمليه ومش عاوز اعملها برضو، بستنى شويه برضو لحد ما اشوف بس اخرتها ايه، وبرضو بفضل العب. الدكتور قال لي ما تلعبش، برضو بفضل العب بريك دانس. عامله زي حاجه انت بتحبها قوي، ويعني ما ينفعش يوم يعدي من غير ما العب بريك دانس، ما ينفعش.
الرحيم. أيها المواطنون، في هذه الظروف العصيبة التي تمر بها البلاد، قرر الرئيس محمد حسني مبارك تخليه عن منصب رئيس الجمهورية، وكلف المجلس الأعلى للقوات المسلحة لإدارة شؤون البلاد، والله الموفق والمستعان.
Then the 25th happened and it was just crazy. People was putting up footage as it was going on, and the attention towards hip hop grew a lot more.
If you talk about the revolution part, basically the revolution opened a door for people who were not known before the revolution to be known.
There were a few songs done by different artists about the revolution, but then the hip hop was just crazy. Crazy, I mean crazy like just log into Facebook and you check my wall, you find like 5 songs a day about the revolution.
There are elements of hip hop and it's spreading, like you got beatboxing is spreading, hip hop, DJing, breakdancing, everything is like spreading. There's like a lot of people every day doing this, a lot of people every day doing that, which is a good thing.
After the revolution, after this big scene in Egypt, in Tahrir Square, come on man, you're not going to listen to Habibi songs and romantic songs and stuff like that. You're going to listen to something that you've actually seen, felt and lived, and that's all about hip hop. So I think after the revolution, hip hop has really big interest in 2011.
It is underground, but it's somehow breaking through to become more like common, and especially after the revolution, I would say like, yeah, the revolution was also one of the clear evidence that it's coming out. I see more graffiti in the past 3 months. Wow, going everywhere than I saw like for the past maybe like 30 years like of my life, like here in Egypt.
يلا في البداية كنت واخد المزيكا انها هواية، لحد ما اكتشفت الموهبة جوايا. كلامي مراية لأحداث عشتها، بدأت على قدي من وقتها وانا بعلى في المستوى. فوق فن الطبخ عايز وقت، اسلوبي استوى، همه والضغط والفقر، الشعبي عايز دوا. كله في الهوا سوا، بس الهوا مش هوانا. لو حليم كان عايش مش هيكون في روتانا. فتح عينك اوعى تغمضها، ولا انت فالح تتفرج على فيلم عرض اول مرة. انا مش ديكتاتور، الديب دكتور.
Downtown, around Tahrir area, like the area where our AC used to be, and the street behind, like Sheikh Rehan Street, there's always new stuff added there. Falaki area in downtown as well. There are other streets in downtown. Like downtown is a center for graffiti now. Zamalek definitely, it's turning into another central area for graffiti. And there's a lot of stuff being done also in Masr Jadida.
Everywhere. I mean, in downtown, in areas like in Zamalek, even in I would call it I would call it the ghetto places in Egypt, like the slums in Egypt, like they even witnessing like graffiti at the moment.
اسمي ايه دي بنقولها كمان مرة، في ناس زي مدحت شلبي من بره بره، هلا هلا ومن جوه يعلم الله، رسالتي اللي بفصلها هوصلها لناس طال انتظارها مستنية الفرحة، لحظة في ناس حافظة مش فاهمة ناس.
I mean, it makes them think. Some messages they make people think, and there's a lot of stuff that is done that's really hard to understand, like what Sad Panda does, for example. Sometimes he does really these huge posters with lots of people in them doing different things, and people just, I don't understand a lot of it. But I stop and I look at the thing and I start analyzing, and I want to understand, and I want to see what this person here is doing, what that, and it just makes people stop and look and think, and I think this is very important.
نكتة أهلا بيك في مسرح دي، إيقاع ماشي بطيء زي البطريق، المزيكا زي المطافي بتطفي الحريق، قصادي طريق بعيد عن الماضي وتاريخ، عالم غريب أكنك رائد فضائي في المريخ، نظام سد واستريح، بس لو سدوا باب الريح إمتى هنشم النسيم؟ هكلم.
I've been seeing a lot of graffitis, which has never happened in the history of Egypt. Graffitis. I was amazed, and you can see graffitis in Arabic, which looks amazing.
I see graffiti already, like I was shocked that it's that good. I've seen a lot of good graffiti artists and doing like their work down the street, and like you sleep at night, you wake up in the morning, wow, it's a piece of art, like yeah, it's happening.
معاه بكون على راحتي، الحياة نكتة أهلا بيك في مسرحتي، وقتي بضحي شعبي بصحي، ميكروفون صاحبي بيقدر صراحتي، معاه بكون على راحتي، الحياة نكتة أهلا بيك في مسرحتي. أهلا بيكم مسرحيتي، مسرحية اجتماعية كوميدية إيجابية.
انا كان الحمد لله كان امنية حياتي ان الثورة دي تنتهي، تمام، او البي حسني مبارك ان هو يمشي قبل يوم عيد ميلادي، تمام، وفعلا حصل كده، قبلها ب3 ايام بالظبط كان هو مشي. فانا كنت احتفلت بعيد ميلادي كده.
Before you had this like lock, you had this like handcuff, like your mouth is closed. As soon as you try to like say something out loud, or like you're not allowed.
لكن دلوقتي انت بعد الريفوليوشن انت ممكن تقول رأيك بصراحة وبتقول رأيك بحرية، فده احسن اكيد بكتير. بس في حاجات، في جوانب سلبية كتير في الموضوع، ان بدأ دلوقتي اللي ممكن اي حد يطلع، يعني اي حاجة تطلع، he have a talent, he don't have it, whatever، يعني هو عايز يطلع وخلاص. فده برضو بيبقى ليه سلبي وايجابي، يعني اي حاجة ليها سلبياتها وايجابياتها. بس اكيد يعني الريفوليوشن دي انا شايف اللي هي ايجابياتها اكتر من سلبياتها، لان التغيير في حد ذاته حاجه كويسه.
Definitely, after a revolution, there's a lot of energy, and it's positive energy, and the whole revolution was about like, well, it's about us, was about the young generation, like yeah, like so it was definitely good for us to see that not only hip hop and other arts are like coming more out, and without all these, like I would say, they coming off the present. They proving themselves, and they saying like, oh, we're here. Same as the revolution was a success, like we have to prove ourselves and like show the world that we have something to say.
Well, if there's something that we don't like, we kind of like stand up to it. This is all about hip hop. You see, and you hear, and then you say, and you record and release so that people can hear. You actually say what other people can't say. You say it for them, and then release it on the streets. So I think that was one of the reasons why the hip hop could be one of the main reasons why the revolution has started.
But you know, it's the same thing. Hip hop and rap, it's still spreading with the same amount of people, I guess, every day making music.
It inspired a lot of them of like what should be done. The other day I've heard like of a track people talking about like how to make the country is a better place to live, how to clean the streets, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's just like making the music a way to deliver a message. So if I look at the revolution and like hip hop, I would say definitely the revolution was a big inspiration for hip hop and vice versa.
This is how things are going here in Cairo, but it's still slow according to my plan and my my calculations. It's still very slow, so we need to move up. Plus, I need to minimize playing those games, and I'll be able to focus well.
I think they'll definitely keep doing it because it's going on. Like some people are coming now from Alexandria to do it here, and then go back to Alexandria again because they found out that here in Cairo things are happening now, and I think it's definitely going to continue. Of course, I see in the future a problem happening, of course, because if it continues more and becomes more, then definitely the government, after it sorts out its issues, will look at the graffiti and say, we have to have a law against this.
احنا المفروض بعد 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 سنين هنبقى احنا الاولد سكول في مصر. يعني مش عارف اقول لك ايه بس.
And when someone look at us and say, how come that people doing like this? How come they doing like this? These people like, they are behind, they are down, they are in Egypt. Now watch this, we're doing that. We're doing this. I'm not gonna stay in my home, I'm not gonna sleep, man, without to be some of the top B-boys in the world, man. That's what I'm looking for.
And that's the aim for the next 10 years is basically create more of a scene. Maybe I won't be rapping in 10 years. Maybe I'll only be producing for other people, but it'll still carry on.
No way. And I told you at the beginning, I'm a music junkie. I can't quit. I can't stop music. It's the only thing can put me in a good mood in less than 30 seconds. Like music. Seriously, I'll be in the worst mood ever and then playing good beats. One song just makes me like, wow, I'm in like cloud nine now. So yeah, no way. Quitting music, no way.
I don't want to stop doing this, I know for sure, or maybe at some point, maybe I'll have to, if nothing happens in terms of like production or whatever. But maybe sometime I'll stop it, I'm not sure. But inside me, I don't want to stop doing this because I think it's one of the things that I do and I enjoy doing. So I don't want to stop doing hip hop or like rap music.
لكن الانسان اللي مقرر انا كده وهبقى كده عشان هدف معين خلاص مش هيبطل وانا مش هبطل بس
الحالة ماشية ومش مهم الكآبة اللي في الزحام هروبك من ده كلام مش هروب عيل زيزان بل بالعكس يا مان ده مكسب وأناقة وتشوف الألوان اللي في كل حاجة حواليك في كل الأوان قلقان ومرتبك يبقى شيل وتسكر أقول لك إن هيتقفل عليك باب كبير بسد أيوة السكينة والمحد مش لعبة أي حد يا أبويا تهدد إن الرش ده الحاجة تعملها تشد هدف وتحط ونحط عليه بالطريقة بوشوشه كئيبة وش محتاج تعريبة بحاجات كبيرة اضافة مع النكت والزغزغة والطبخة على القفا يفوق الأستاذ من الوهم والبهلالة
البهلالة والبهلالة والله حاجة عايز الناس كلها سعيدة عايز الابتسامات في التراك ده
So basically, I want to send a message to all. So who's gonna watch this? To like Busta Rhymes, for example.
Chris one.
يحسن الحال خلاص بقى زي الملابس ما هو زين بقى عبيد ومفيش حاجة بتحدد حتى عبيد بقى ديب على الفيسبوك مزاولة بتخبي ورا نيك كله خايف من المواجهة حتى ليه المحاولة بقولك الحال عسل والايفون وصل بقينا صباح الكسل ليه تهبط في الضلمة تخبط ظبط راسك تتظبط وتكبر راسك
Mama, we're doing an interview.
الايام بلاش عارف تمام ان الدنيا حلوه السلبيات بتبطل عايزين شباب شد حيلها لو مش سعيد سامحني طب حط ماسك على وشك حطي عليك انسان اني ما اشوفش تكشير اضحك تضحك لك عيشتك الدنيا مهما تغشك حط ابتسامه وشك هي عمرها ما تستفزك.
بقول لك مره واحد صعيدي يا عم صعيدي مره واحد يا عم شرقاوي يا عم مره واحد لازم تبقى موجوده يا جدعان ما ينفعش كده كل واحد يبقى ماشي.